I knew right away, as soon as I saw the list, I needed to do this. It's like something in me just lit up. This is my dad's bucket list. He wrote the list in 1978 when I was a baby. My dad was funny. He was larger than life. I was such a pensive warrior as a kid. He was always trying to find ways to get me to take myself a little less seriously. Whatever it was that we were doing with him, it was just always fun. He used to take us on hikes on the weekends, and he would tell me that I was the navigator. And I'm so grateful that he did that, teaching me how to find my way. My dad was killed by a teenage driver making a phone call. She ran through a red light. I was 25 and he was 54. The way that this happened and when it happened, it made me almost phobic about a lot of things in life. I just knew I was seeing something that was going to become my life and my life's mission, and I needed to do this. Quite honestly, I just thought my dad's trying to help me find the way. Having his list of dreams as a guide, it gave me the courage to start pursuing my life as something I was navigating. Things I would like to do in my lifetime. The 5 that he actually checked off were go to a World Series game, do a comedy monologue in a nightclub, be interviewed on a radio program, help my parents enjoy their retirement, develop an impressive record collection. Some of them seemed so impossible, like correspond with the Pope. At the same time, it had the sweetest things on it, like grow a watermelon and plant an apple tree. Poetic things like swim the width of a river, ride a horse fast because it just sounded good, because that's how he was. I was constantly discovering things about myself that I never would have learned had I not tried to do the things he wanted to do. I was like, I didn't think I would enjoy football. I loved surfing. I loved playing golf. Skydiving was really scary. I suddenly felt like my dad was there. And almost like he was saying, isn't this amazing that you get to do this? One item that I thought was going to be impossible and also really frightening was talk with the president. At that time, someone said, you should know that Jimmy Carter teaches Sunday school basically every Sunday of the year in Plains, Georgia. I remember standing there waiting to talk to him, and all I could think was, I jumped out of an airplane. I can do this. Every time I would do a list item, I would realize the things I had done just before had prepared me for that. It had gotten rid of a fear, or had gotten rid of some belief I had about myself that actually wasn't accurate at all.
Go, Laura!
In the moments I wanted to give up, my husband was the greatest source of encouragement. My husband's a dreamer, like my dad was. To have that support is just a huge credit to how this list ended up getting done. I'm sure that part of why he didn't finish the whole list was because he didn't share it with anyone. I never could have done this on my own. When I started doing the list, I had the idea to create a website and blog about it because I thought it would be nice to share the adventures I was going on with people. And that was really when it started to feel more almost like a movement or like something that might motivate people. That gradually morphed into the idea to turn it into a book. It took me 5 years and 11 months to finish the bucket list. The experience really did set me free. It nudged me along to becoming who I was always supposed to be. A lot of it's travel. I went to hike the Appalachian Trail, go visit the Golden Buddha, see an elephant up close. My dad used to always have this saying of life is lived in little moments. That's what really is the gift of being alive. So I'm on a mission to always be having fun. That's something kind of interesting to take on at midlife, because so often at midlife, I think people are finding themselves in situations where they're just not having fun anymore. And I actually had carte blanche to do that.